Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very, very special episode. It is the first D1 and Done After Dark of March, because it is the first full day of March Madness. It is a special, special day where me and Jake just sit in our parents' basement in our mid-20s watching hoops all day. It is how God intended. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But tonight is also me, Jake, and Dusty. Robby is a teacher. He's a responsible adult, so he is tired and sleepy right now because it's a work night, evidently. Whatever. But before we get into all that, before we get into After Dark, I do have to shout out our sponsor before they yell at us per usual. This episode of the D1 Done podcast is brought to you by the official Mountain West correspondent, the official SEC correspondent. I don't know if that's been newly added. Anyways, independent factor to the podcast, the Hagen Hall Boys. I'm just reading the script, Jake. Don't yell at me. Hello, boys. Again, hello, Dusty. Hello, Jake. I'm very excited. We're going to do a quick 20-minute episode. Hey, cheers, boys. Actually, yeah, thank you, Crab. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Dusty has tea. I have a monster seltzer, and Jake has a bourbon. This is phenomenal.
And the best part is we were all just sitting next to each other, and now we are all within 400 yards of each other, recording this in 3 separate locations.
And by the way, shout out Jake. You can notice my video quality is a lot better, so shout out producer Jake for being the best in the game. I'll stop talking. We'll get into the objectives, talk about the games, and we're going to start by everyone giving their main takeaway from today's day. Oh, I should have, before all that, just FYI, the last 4 games have not concluded yet. UCLA's at halftime right now. St. John's in the first half. Michigan just tipped off. If anything crazy happens tonight, me and Jake Crab will do an emergency pod. It's like St. John's gets upset, so you can go to Betty by. Don't think unless you want to.
We have 14 hours till tomorrow's game, so we have plenty of time.
We do have plenty of time. So sorry, Texas Tech fans, if you're expecting something. So I just want to get that out of the way. So sorry, Crab, to you. Shout Lubbock. What's your main takeaway from Thursday, March 20th of basketball?
We can go to different sectors. I think it's pretty cool that McNeese beat the hell out Clemson. I know that Clemson came back. But for Will Wade to literally take another job at NC State yesterday, correct? And then I would assume comes out to his team and just, hey, let's make a run. Like, this is our I hate to compare it to the Last Dance because it's nothing like that, but just saying, hey, boys, this is it. We've had an amazing time together. Let's go see how we can just bust brackets, go have fun. And I know, again, like I said, Clemson came back and it was only a 2-point game at the end. But for them to come out and just gauntlet destroy them was awesome. So I just thought that was a very good takeaway from today.
Yeah, Crab, especially you mentioned Will Wade is apparently very transparent with his team that he was leaving, which I think is pretty cool. I think it's kind of gives us the elephant in the room a little bit with that, and it was kind of funny contradiction because Brad Brownwell just got a extension today with Clemson, and then they laid the egg. So it was pretty funny. Jake,
great timing.
Sorry, we went out there for a second. Jake, any takeaways for you?
I just second thing too, Nick.
Yeah, I was going to ask if Jake had any takeaways from Clemson, but yeah, go ahead.
No, but before you get to that, I just want to say too that for Monday, I just want to say that I feel good that my face isn't inflamed anymore from the SEC tournament. I'm back to being healthy, and I'm excited about this. So those are the 2 things I want to.
We had a pod Monday?
Yeah. Jake was.
I might as well been in the ER. I mean, it was. Nashville was undefeated this year, but the Gators were also as well.
Touche. Okay, yeah, Jake Clemson, let's hear it.
I would like to say that I'm surprised. I remember, Nick, we had this conversation way back. I was just dumbfounded that they just kind of stuck it to Kentucky for 38 minutes earlier this year. And then kind of led to this, and they had the game against Duke, of course. And they kind of just bounced around in a weak conference. But, I mean, for Will Wade to just walk in and, it's Will Wade. He pimp slapped you guys straight off the court. And, it wouldn't be shocking if they got Purdue next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if Purdue's a little shaking their boots right now. I mean, it's I know they'd probably rather play McNeese than Clemson because it's a bad matchup. But, this McNeese team with Will Wade, and it's just special and fun to watch. And I'm interested to see how many guys he takes from this team when he goes over to NC State. Because I don't know, what the kind of true talent level is at. But, no, I really enjoyed watching them play today. And they play like you're in the park. It's awesome.
Yeah, for people who didn't see, Clemson scored 13 first half points today, so shout out to them. That's
which was lower than Virginia's last year against, or was that 2 years ago? No, last year against Colorado State in the play-in when they scored 14 points in the first half.
Tony Bennett, you're off the hook. So there we go. Shout Kyle Guy. You guys are all off the hook. Jake, what's your main takeaway from today?
So my takeaway was almost a stamp. About a week ago, right before we left the SEC tournament, I saw two nights in a row a form of Gonzaga that we've heard about all year, and they did not slow down. The Gonzaga that finished off the WCC tournament and the Gonzaga that played today continues. It won't surprise me if we're watching them next Sunday in the Elite Eight. They came out with, straight up killed them. They were ready to roll from the get-go, and Georgia, well, Mike White special, go Gators. Completely. They're down 27-3. Like in a bad. Clemson almost isn't going to get enough blowback because at the same time that was going on, Georgia only had 3 points at the under 12 timeout. Gonzaga might be a wagon.
Would you say, Crab?
They didn't have Tom Brady to make that comeback.
Okay, yeah.
28-3.
I knew you had to just work in Tom Brady into this somehow, Crab. Yeah, I wonder how many Georgia fans are like, you know what, screw it, I'm getting the basketball this year. I'm going to sit down on my couch, watch this basketball game, then 8 minutes in.
Where was that game at?
Where's Houston play? I don't know. But yeah, Jake, to your point about Gonzaga real quick, it's crazy. Like, they're a KenPom top 10 team.
Top 10 team. I think they're 10th in the KenPom.
Right.
Which is crazy that they're a freaking 8 seed with that.
Right, but that's what's crazy about because I think they're good, but until the St. Mary's win and this one, they really had not beat anyone outside Baylor and San Diego State. So it just go ahead.
Well, that's why this Houston Gonzaga game is going to be insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
A KenPom top 10 game in round 32.
Yes, which we have to.
Gonzaga is currently 7th in KenPom as of right now.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Of course, Houston gets out. It wouldn't go to Duke, so that's just the bitterness of me talking about that.
We got to give the red carpet to Duke. So, Nick, what's yours that you want to talk about?
So you guys went mostly positive. I guess I'll go negative. To me, my biggest takeaway today is we told on the Monday show, or at least I told on the Monday show, I just did not think there's any chance Bill Self go one and done. Like, despite how awful, again, they are nearly unanimous, not number one, if not unanimous. I thought, if nothing else, they can't go one and done. And boy, did they. The zone they tried in the second half did lead to a comeback. Cal versus zone strikes again, but it was still not enough. Sorry, Cal, good win. But yeah, this is now a 2 to 3 year run now. Because I consider Bill Self to be the best sporting coach for the longest time. I think many people did. But now, again, 3 years ago, Allsy was sick. They did not make the 216, lose around 32, whatever. And then they have a rough year last year. Get smoked around 32, and now this year happens. It's just, I don't know. This could be a Hunter Dickinson thing, which, by the way, salutations. Welcome to the workforce, Hunter Dickinson. See you never. Very happy to see that.
I'm also going to add him on LinkedIn tonight.
Hunter.
Get ready to learn Indeed, buddy. But yeah, this is just, I think just to see Bill Self tonight, to lose to an Arkansas team that was up and down all year, and now they go into the next year, like, I don't know. I just don't have the same confidence in Bill Self anymore that I once did.
We give the stat that you gave me about Kansas being ranked number 1 overall to start the season.
Yeah, shout Matt Norlander for stat. Kansas has been preseason number 1 5 times in their history. In none of those 5 occasions did they make the Sweet 16. Which, that sounds insane.
None?
It sounds zero, zilch, nada. It doesn't make sense, and now Bill Self and Kansas are just in such a weird spot. Again, maybe it's all Hunter Dickinson's fault. I don't know, but what do you guys, Jake, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on Self and Kansas going forward, or just wherever you want to take it?
I'll tell you, about a month ago, I was ready to rip Robby a new one for saying on the show that I was driving the car one day and heard him say that it might be the start of the toe out the door for Bill Self, based on kind of this trajectory they're going, which is why I thought there was no chance they were losing tonight. And first of all, one hell of a first half. But Kansas found themselves in a position, we were kind of talking about it here at the house, but you have these guys where they might be good in terms of a system, but their personnel on the court does not mesh together. You have 2 elite scorers with the 2 transfers, and then you have DeJuan Harris, who's is a great point guard if you have 5 stars around you of a high school team, like for example. And then you have Dickinson, where metrics and the voters like him, But I mean, since he was at Michigan, I've watched him negatively impact teams year after year after year, and I'm gonna very much assume that this team would be a lot better without Dickinson if Flory was just playing, 29 minutes a game. I'm actually stunned, and for Cal to pull that out after shaking his boots, for you Kentucky fans, how many times have you watched that happen, where he completely folds and gives up that game?
The PTSD I got from watching him against that zone was I was like that Vietnam War meme, just the guy having the blank look on his face. Crab, what are your thoughts?
I feel like I was watching Saving Private Ryan, the opening scene, watching Cal not able to take care of his own. I mean, no comments beyond that. It just no. I love Bill Self. I think I'm afraid that he'll be one of the ones too that's like NIL and transfer portal or too much, and I made enough money I can ride in the sunset. But I could see him just from his personality being someone who's like, I want to figure this out in the next 3 years and try to win one more national title. Which I'm guessing when he got Dickinson that he thought that. And it just, again, preseason number one, and just to come to this point where he lose to a Cal team that can't. I mean, okay, let me say this real quick because I don't try to make this a quick pod. Bill Self is smart enough coach that he realized in 3 minutes in the second half, all right, they're more talented than us. They're beating us right now. But Cal does not know, and you guys know I love Cal Party. He does not know how to coach against his zone. And they said in the game that Kansas only played 7 zone possessions defensively all season.
30 years.
So if you're a good coach, you're going to say, okay, in case they throw this at us, we're going to have this offense. But even when they throw it at you for 8 straight minutes, call a timeout and do something. So long story short, Self still has it. I hope he stays around for a while. I don't want him to win that just because I don't like Kansas, but I love him because he seems awesome. But what a year. I cannot imagine what he's thinking tonight with all the effort he put in the offseason. And it's like, damn, it ended like this, and I was the Cal Party.
Yeah, especially because after last year's result, he said this is not happening again, and boy, did it happen again.
It was worse.
Yeah, it was. And again, shout out Calipari for how bad it looked middle of the year. The fact that around 32.
Again, love Calipari forever. But he squeaked one out tonight. And it was because of his defense, of all things, tonight. I mean, Kansas had 6 turnovers in the last 2:15, I think it was.
I believe so. And shout out Jonas Adu. He was awesome tonight.
He was I was literally just pulled his stat line because he was 22 and 10 of 19 from the field. Was incredible tonight.
Crazy. All right, y'all. Also, we're short on time tonight, so I'm gonna rip the rest of the games. I'm gonna say something and just give me your quick thoughts on it. Or you guys all good with that? Any questions from the floor? Alrighty. Creighton beats Louisville 89-75.
Expected.
Louisville can't win in Rupp Arena against a blue and white team.
Good year to Louisville, but I very much enjoyed that. Creighton, boy, they shot the lights out.
Someone threw a ball on the court.
But Creighton did start 1 of 5 from 3 and then took off from there. But go ahead.
Just turned to 17 Warriors. Purdue 75, High Point 63.
Survived.
On to the next one. Robby, good luck.
Brain Smith 3 at the top of the key. That's what they needed.
Good job, Purdue. We avoid disaster. It would, real quick, it would be perfect if all the Purdue teams they all believed in over the years that fell short. It'd be funny if this Purdue team of all made a Final Four run because so many Purdue fans have figured down on them.
Oh,
I think that'd be
for the rebuild year, yeah. But didn't they lose before the Final Four run? Didn't they lose their previous first round games? So they went first round, Final Four, and this would have been another.
They lost to fairly.
St. Peter's, Fairleigh Dickinson.
Yeah. No, Sweet 16.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
St. Peter's, you asshole. I think that was intentional.
No, it wasn't. It was a brain fart.
Wisconsin 85, Montana 66.
Wisconsin Final Four possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite player, Dusty?
Tanjay. Sorry, I'm literally about to sneeze.
On to the next.
Way to cover. Houston 78, SIU Edwardsville 40.
Squishing the nerds.
Houston can actually score.
Squished. Houston Natty. Auburn 63, Alabama State 63. Or 83-63, sorry. Islam.
Every star, Pearl's got the boys back.
I think Auburn's going to squeak by It's going to squeak by every game. It's going to be one of those things where people doubt them all the time. And again, they won by 20, but they were supposed to cover 32. They're going to win by 50% less than the spread the rest of the tournament and make the way to the Final Four.
Fine, I'll give you mine, Nick. Auburn Creighton, winner, national champ.
Book it.
See, if Creighton's in the national championship, we have to send you in the Bluebird costume. You'd go as a Blue Jay.
Oh, did I wear the wrong shirt? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Auburn, I thought they win by 50. I thought that'd be their hell-bent game. It was not. Clockwork versus Broom. Can't wait to see that. BYU 80, VCU 71.
Mormons persevere.
They're on a mission.
That was good, Jake. VCU in the tournament. This happens every year, unfortunately. Shout out Brady.
Listen to play.
Tennessee 77, Wofford 62.
No comment. I mean, expect
Kind of what I
result.
expected. A little closer than I like. VC or Wofford to cover. Which is
I
good.
guess the only thing I'll say is we were confused when we were watching this game because last time Tennessee, or not last time, but one time Tennessee was a 2 versus 15. Chris Lofton hit a shot in the corner at the buzzer. I thought it was Wofford. It was actually against Winthrop. Go look that up, kids. 2006 NCAA tournament.
It's in the One Shiny Moment pod, or One Shiny Moment video as well. I believe.
Yep. Chris Lofton, Maysville, Kentucky. There you go.
Tennessee, I have no idea. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess to be unbiased, I guess
Different.
this is like the most insignificant result of the day. They took care of business. Shout out Dusty's former teammate Dwight Perry as a coach of Wofford for taking the tournament. Shout
Turn into Rupp.
return to Rub. Thank you, Jake. Where's Texas A&M 80, Yale 71.
I thought it'd be a lot closer. How's that?
Farming produces more than books.
As Jake's often said. Shout out for all Payne. He had 25 tonight. A&M, I think they're the team no one's talking about at all in this tournament. Drake 67, Missouri 57.
I mean, I'll just go for Drake has some freaking players, and I know we've kind of seen this all year, and you knew that the 3 or 4 guys he brought in from the D2 school, but I mean they just straight up took it to him for 40 minutes today, and it never looked scared, never backed down. I mean they looked like they were the higher seed and the favorite team in this matchup, and I think Drake can be a force to be reckoned with moving forward, which would be ironic knowing the year that Drake has had.
Dusty.
I couldn't disagree more. I thought when when Missouri finally turned it on, that Drake, I know Robby's going to listen to this, crapped their pants, and they were lucky that Missouri basically ran out of gas at the end. But that's on Missouri for not starting from the beginning to just put it on them. So I do not agree. I know Drake was like a darling for everyone to begin with, started the tournament. They have no offense.
Survive in advance.
Yes, I agree with that, but
I agree. Them being not being able to score is definitely going to be a problem. But
yeah.
The biggest losers of the tournament right now is Drake the rapper. The jokes are going to keep continuing the more Drake wins. This has to be hell for him.
Because it was a what?
What's the joke? Minor upset.
Minor upset, yeah.
Real quick to update, UCLA's up 20. St. John's only up 5.5. Michigan's up 10 in the first half. Texas Tech up 5 in the first half. Again, sorry, those fans. Something happens, we'll update whatever. Before we get out of here, all CESR teams play tomorrow. Jake, to you real quick. Anything at all about Florida tomorrow that concerns you? You're looking for it, whatever.
don't be Missouri. Don't lose a North Pole State. Just survive, advance, move on.
Crab, it can't happen again, right?
I hope to God not. So I'm actually gonna stay away from Kentucky real quick. You know, I'm gonna try and just excite myself. You know what game I'm actually excited for?
Oh yeah.
Which is after Kentucky. So I'm hoping I'm in a good mood because otherwise I probably won't watch this game. My heart has been going back to Oklahoma, UConn. I keep forgetting that Oklahoma has
I'm
not
tuned
lost. They're undefeated in the non-conference. And I know everyone's going to start crap on the SEC because, 3 teams lost today. That's going to happen when 2 of the 3 were underdogs. But Oklahoma, I'm kind of excited to watch them. And Porter Moser will get them up. So Kentucky, yes, I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow. Either we're canceling the podcast but yeah, Troy.
Or it's just
Trojans-
me, a solo show, talking about the Norfolk State down.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do it again. Yeah, I'm pumped for New Mexico Marquette. Donovan Dent, Cam Jones, can't wait.
Real
Go ahead.
quick, I was going to say, speaking of the Troy Trojans, if they brought on the Trojan horse, of all people that could stop it, it would be the Pope.
Ooh.
That's beautiful, crap. That's how we're going to sign off. Boys, it was a great first day of basketball. Jake?
Fellas,
Glory, but you have something to
that's
say.
only day one. We got 16 more games tomorrow. Gear up, get some sleep, and lock back in.
Cheers.
We'll be back tomorrow, everyone. Maybe Robby will join me, maybe not. I'll be more inebriated. Drink responsibly, though. Thank you guys for listening. Follow us on social.
Sleep
Enjoy
is
the madness.
tea. It's good for your soul.
And shout out you for the hire. Forgot to say it, too. We'll talk more in the
Cheers.
future.
We back?
Amen.